I got $100 that says you can't guess what today is going to be about. Hey everyone, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I know it's been a while, but I was on an impromptu trip to Vegas, and work, of course, is messing with my schedule. I still managed to grab $1,000 when I was out in Vegas. Thousand and singles brought that all back. We're going to go through those in just a second. We're going to talk about today's tip. Today's tip. So many of you out there are giving away your collections, and I don't understand why. Every time I turn on YouTube and I'm watching everything, it's a giveaway this, giveaway that. I've got a giveaway video, and there's like 100 or 200 subscribers. Uh, I don't understand that. Why would you want to give away your collection? I mean, you've worked so hard on it and you're wanting to give it away. I don't do giveaways, and I probably won't do giveaways just because I do this for me. And if you guys enjoy watching, I appreciate that. Thank you. But I'm not going to try to buy you guys with giveaways. I'm going to buy you guys with knowledge and stuff that you can pass on and stuff hopefully that you can use. So that's my hint for this week. Please stop giving away your collections. You worked hard for them. All right. So here's my 1,000 and singles. We'll get those out of the way. Let's take a peek. All of these notes came from Vegas. I had another quick run out there. Did pretty good this time, so I made sure to get some neat stuff. I did find a Where's George note. Found this one at Excalibur, so I'll be logging that one in there. Always like finding the Where's George stuff, especially when I'm in Vegas, because you never know where that one is going to start at. Did find a number of trinaries. This one's is 1s, 3s, and 7s. Another trinary here, 0s, 2s, and 4s. Another trinary, 1s, 5s, and 6s. Not real good shape on that one. This one's a trinary, 1s, 2s, and 4s. And this was I only found 2 quads. This one has quad 4s on it. You can see that right there. It is from 2003, so this note's been in circulation for a while. And then I also found a quad 7s. This note's in worse shape, and it's the 2017 series. But I did find quads, quad 4s, quad 7s. I did find a number of stars. This particular one was 2017. It's still in real good shape. I know I've got to do my star update. That's coming up soon. The rest of the stars were all 2013s, I believe. And some of them are in better condition than others. This one is really nice. So that's got a chance to be worth something. More stars here. Another one in really nice shape, also 2013. Then we get to the birthday notes. This one is from, it's from 2009, but it is February 19th, 1960. February 19th, 1960. That's a likely birthday for somebody that's watching. Another one here. This one is July 24th, 1991. And then we get to the older bills. Older bills this time. This one is from 1999. A little bit of wear on that one. Also 1999 here. Fairly heavy crease right there in the center. And the rest of them aren't really that old. These are 1995. I'm pretty sure these were all 1995. This one is a little bit off center. You can see right here where the lettering almost touches over there. Not a major error, very minor error. Not going to add anything for that. This one's also 95. I don't think that's an ink smear. I think this is just dirt, so I don't think that's going to be worth anything. Another 1995 in rough shape. So that was my $1,000 and what I managed to find in Vegas. Not as much as I was expecting, figuring that all the bills from Vegas come from everywhere. But then again, all the stuff is going to be circulated, so odds of finding a older note are a little tougher. So let's get back to this. This is your standard $100 bill. This is the newest version of the $100 bill. Nothing major. It's literally just a $100 bill, starting as my reference point. And I'm sure all of you have seen or held one of these. And before we had these, we had hundreds that looked like this. They weren't blue, but they did have this oval around there, and they were the standard color of most older bills. They just added this color changing ink here, where if you turn it, the ink would actually change color. It has a metallic look to it. And everybody, of course, is familiar with these, even though these were only in existence for a fairly short period of time. And before these, everybody automatically assumes that these were the $100 bills. This particular one's from 1974. These are known as the small head $100 bills. So whenever you talk about the small-sized $100 bills, this is your choice. You can have the small head, you can have the large head, or you can have the blue. So those are the standard $100 bills in small size that you can find. And I even did some checking, and I looked in the book, because it is the book. And if I look at the Federal Reserve notes, when you start talking about the small head stuff, there was quite a few of that, some of that stuff printed. These are all over $1 million. These are from, what is that, 1928? Yeah, so 2.9 million, 1.4 million, 3.7 million, from 1934. So you can see that there are millions of these bills printed. And like I said, you're talking 1928A, 1934. Those are Federal Reserve notes. If you look at the silver certificates, let's see if I can find those in here. It turns out that when they did small silver certificates, that's with the blue engraving, they did $1 bills, they did $5 bills, and they did $10 bills. They didn't do anything larger than a 10. So you're not going to find a $100 silver certificate. So what else? Well, the other thing you can find are what are called legal tender notes. Legal tender notes have the red ink on the seal. That's the $5 bill there. And interestingly enough, if I look at the beginning of legal tenders, it says only $1, $2, $5, and $100 notes were issued and are now obsolete. The Act of May 3rd, 1878 decreed that an amount of yada 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 would be maintained, and to satisfy was last satisfied through circulation of the $100 note. So they had to come up with that particular amount of money for legal tenders. Right here, we've got $346 million that had to be maintained. And it wasn't until they printed the $100 notes that they were actually able to get close to that amount. Now, if I read a little further over here, it shows that the Act of 1878 was finally repealed in 1993, and the notes remaining in the Treasury's vaults to satisfy the statute were eventually destroyed. So, if I turn the page, we can see right here is a $100 bill with a red seal. And you'll notice that the only years that that bill was issued was 1996. There was a 1996 bill, a 1996 star note, and a 1996A. And look at those circulation numbers. 768,000. There was only 128,000 star notes. And for the 66A, there's 512,000. That's it. So one could argue that that red note, $100 bill, that legal tender, could be one of the rarest bills if you collect $100 bills, especially when you're talking about small size currency. So, whoops, this is my $100 bill, my 1966 legal tender. Obviously, it has a low serial number, 0020812A. 1966. We'll take a real close look at this one so you can see it looks just like a regular $100 bill, but you can see the condition on this one is pretty good. It does have a little bit of a crease in it, but overall, it's a pretty neat bill. This is that is like some kind of mark on the bill itself. It's not dirt. This is dirt, but that black part there, that is on the bill. 1966 $100 bill. This is a legal tender note. It says right there, this note is legal tender for all debts public and private, and it has been rendered obsolete as of 1993, I believe is what it said. The back is the familiar back that you see on all the older $100 bills. Like if I was to bring out this 74, the front, the back. The only difference between these two is this one is still good. The federal government says that it's a Federal Reserve note right there with the green seal, so that's still a legal tender note. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. It's backed by the U.S. government. That says it's worth something. And this note was backed by bonds, which were all redeemed, and this is no longer legal tender. But still, like I said, one of the rarest small note $100 bills you will find. All right, guys, if you learned anything new this week, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. I promise I will keep putting out more stuff. I've got lots of stuff. I'm just trying to get back into doing my videos because work is just torturing me. But I'm here for you guys. I love seeing your comments, love answering your questions, and I will keep making these as long as I got stuff to make. And believe me, I still have more to show. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.